遊びテック。
Well, hello. We are continuing to celebrate 30 glorious years of Digitiser with this special segment, which I have called Mr. and Mr. and Mr. and Mrs. You see, it's like a play.
Very clever.
Is it clever?
Not really.
Well, it's a bit clever. It's a bit of a mouthful.
Anyway, there's all the...
Is it clever? So I'm joined by three generations. I'm going to talk to that one. 3 generations of my Digitiser collaborators. So we have here the latest generation, sort of. Sanja, who mistakenly wore a green top.
I'm the green screen.
Yeah. Well, that I'm gonna make you regret it.
I know.
Just to say. And we have the OG, Mr. Hare's Tim Moore, and at the end.
Where do I come in the timeline? I get the impression like oh, don't you start joining in with his shit. Don't you start. Don't.
Did I?
Is that literally the best you've got today? Is a fart machine?
I originally wasn't going to bring it.
I'm glad you changed your mind.
I am.
I was going to say, what if he's like Star Trek TOS? Does that make you like
what?
TNG?
Oh no, you've lost Samuel already.
Is that like TNG and that makes me more like Discovery, which is awful?
No, you're more like, I don't know, DS9.
Oh, I'm more Voyager, aren't I, really? Let's be honest.
Vija.
I'm the Janeway of the show.
Captain.
She was a very good captain, actually. She got her crew out of that Delta Quadrant.
No one cares.
Whatever it was.
No one on this panel cares about your Star Trek nerdery.
I neither know nor care, quite literally. So,
Have you ever watched Star Trek?
not anything other than the
movies.
The first one.
How appropriate for the first one. Right, so here's how it's going to work. I'm going to test these collaborators. I was going to say memories, but I know Tim hasn't got one. You weren't there.
It's a bit of a blow.
You lived in a different country. So of the original Digitiser, we used to have a thing on Digi called Top 10, where we would do a whimsical list. Remember them? The whimsical
Yes,
lists
I do remember them.
on the charts pages. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read out the 10 things, and you will each get a chance to guess what the top 10 is. Is that clear?
So you read like apple, banana, whatever we say. Is it a top 10 fruit in a bowl?
Yeah, or
Right, okay.
more likely it would be.
This is tricky.
It's more tricky than you think. Given that,
I think we're all going to fail. horribly
read
doing
out.
this.
Tell me some fruit.
Strawberries, eggs, potatoes,
Eggs, fruit and
dandelions.
Yeah. So the top 10 for that might be the Beatles.
Yes, and it was. There were alternative
For
titles.
example.
Yeah.
So no one look at my screen, please.
All right.
Sanja. You're
Chris
the
Bell.
nearest.
I'm looking
Okay,
at
you don't have
now.
to call him Chris Bell.
I
He's
do.
It's not. No one is calling you
weird.
by your full name.
It is weird that
They
you say
should.
his full name.
It is weird.
It is.
I think it's
It
rather
is what it
touching and
is.
quite respectful.
Thank you. Thank you.
His brand is Chris Bellston, is what generally.
Okay.
We're referring, by the way, to Chris Bell from Super Page 58, whose images I have stolen for the purposes of this quiz. Whose images he stole from me and Tim originally.
So in that case, you're stealing from yourself. It's all right.
That's all right. It's like the circle of life.
Yeah, it is.
It's like
Circle of theft.
a robber Ross.
Oh, a robber Ross.
It's a
Oh, robber Ross.
We're high.
Like robber is the main part of the word.
Right, we're going to start with an easy one.
Right.
Okay. My belt's falling down. Okay, so Sanja, I'll start with you.
Okay.
Well, no, I won't start with you. I'll just read it out. You can all have a
Alright.
little think, but I'll ask you first.
Okay.
So, at number 1, high backs. 2, brown skins. 3, tiny criers. 4, kangaroo by twos. 5, smooth sides. 6, cone faces. 7 saddle lifters. 9 the new humans. Oh no, that was 8 the new humans. 9 big dogs. 10 fence motors.
Sorry, I'm sorry. What was it?
Fence motors.
Fence motors. All right, good.
Sanja, what do you
Read them
think?
again.
Oh really?
No.
High backs, brown skins, tiny criers, kanga by twos. Smooth sides, cone faces, saddle lifters, the new humans, big dogs, and fence motors. What do you think they might be?
Wow.
What the top 10 what? Paul.
Top 10 Australian types of shoes.
Wrong. Tim, no idea.
Is it something with horses?
You're in the right ballpark. Sanja, you've had a little clue from Tim.
So something to
Really?
do with horses. Horse food.
Jockeys?
Horse food. No,
Jockeys?
that's it.
Jockeys?
No, it's slang names
wait.
for ponies.
I get at least
High
0
back.
points.
All right, okay.
I only
Half
go
a
with
point
that.
for Tim.
Yeah, half point.
All
All right, so whoever
Right.
gets closest.
Okay, that's good. I'm trying not to look at your
No,
screen.
look, well, don't look. Don't try. Just don't.
Why don't you get a tablet so you can keep it to your chest or
Well,
something?
you get a
Oh,
tablet of cyanide.
No, we're not. I'm glad this is our first recording of the day so we can warm up.
Stop farting, Paul. It's a good joke, isn't it? Paul, stop farting.
No, you're making him nervous, you see. Now look.
Okay, right, reading out the list. Butane, dog mess. Chocolate space shapes. Silver bread. Dennis Watts. Volts. Sour moon fins. Venusian poupon. A-frames and hens.
Wow.
What do we... Start with you again.
Again, they sound like Australian types of shoes. I don't know.
Do you want a guess?
Eggs.
No.
No,
It's only you
type
want
of
to go
eggs.
next this time.
Types of sport
Hens.
in racing.
I've got nothing. Although I do quite want to hear you read them out again.
Butane. Dog mess. Chocolate space shapes. Silver bread. Dennis Watts. Volts. Sour moon thins. Venusian poupon. A-frames and hens.
Biscuits.
No, it's
Asteroids, something like that.
you're in the right. I'm going to give you half a point again because they're top 10 things that aliens might eat. Oh, this is one of my favourites. Okay, number 1. Squirt spray snow on the pudding. 2. Knock the turkey off the table. 3. Pull the Christmas tree over. 4. Smash up all the baubles. 5. Shred the crackers. 6. Drive over the presents. 7. Screech during Dad's army. 8. Pour advocate on the fire. 9. Poo down the chimney. 10. Melt plastic onto robins.
Wow, that's mean. That's really cool.
Oh, well, I'm obviously there's a very strong Christmas element.
Yes, yeah, you get nothing
So
for
is
that.
it something that Santa Claus might do if he was?
No, it's a good guess, but no.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Is it the things that Noel Edmonds does yearly in front of poor children?
It's a good guess.
Goes down the chimney.
Yeah, he does it on Christmas Day.
I'm going to read them again for you because there's one clue. There is a clue in there.
Okay.
It is.
Squirt spray snow on the pudding, knock the turkey off the table, pull the Christmas tree over, smash up all the baubles, shred the crackers, drive over the presents, screech during Dad's army, pour advocate on the fire, poo down the chimney, melt plastic onto robins.
Is this what Jeremy Clarkson does on the Top Gear special?
You've had your guess. Hey, what
Yeah, I know. She just liked my answer. She liked my answer. She liked my answer.
Hey.
It's good. It's
That's the
camaraderie.
sort of thing you do, poo down the chimney.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then punch it.
Look at this growler dropping down the chimney shaft.
Go a bit closer.
Something like
So
that.
something about driving over the presents was
Okay,
a clue.
don't take too long. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, good. I'm glad we can all get invested in this.
I don't know. It's not something you get in trouble for at Christmas.
You would. No, it's top 10 things Daleks do at Christmas.
No, they do.
I was going to say drive and Daleks, not a gigantic clue, is it?
Well, screeching and driving.
How does a Dalek poo down a chimney?
If that was a cracker thing, what screeches and drives?
Yeah.
You're saying Dalek.
How does a Dalek poo down a
He's
chimney?
loving this.
Out the bottom.
Oh, sorry. I take it back. That makes sense now.
At the bottom of it.
Yeah.
That's how they poo.
Does anyone know how Daleks poo? I mean, they must.
Yeah, Poolux. That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. On fire. On fire.
It's a
the more.
Dalek.
Yeah.
It's a Dalek.
Okay, a couple more. Number 1, mitts. Number 2, inside a dog's heart. 3, under a bowl of pickles. 4, between 2 small turrets. 5, inside a hollow chunk. 6, up the top of a bird. 7, in Thomas Dolby's locket. 8, in the shadow of a rocket. 9, in a fisherman's pocket. 10, in a broken plug socket.
Are these the abandoned lyrics from "We Didn't Start the Fire"?
Good guess, but no.
No. All right.
Places you would find something stupid.
Something stupid.
That's just
No.
all the lists
I'm not,
he's
I'm not
ever
even
done.
giving you a
No.
I guess.
Things that rhyme with ocket.
Well, that's very. You probably
Half
could
of
get
them.
half a point because
Yeah.
half the answer.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
literally
can't-
state.
I can't
is it
remember.
words? is it
She's
a
only
list of
trying to get a
words?
very strategic half point.
No.
Oh.
It is.
He hasn't had a guess yet. Oh, is he?
Yeah,
I don't
he said.
care.
He said.
I
that
don't
we didn't
give.
start
I
the
don't
fire.
give 2 hoots.
Mitts, dog's heart, bowl of pickles, 2 small turrets, inside a hollow chunk, up the top of a bird, in Thomas Dolby's locket, in the shadow of a rocket, in a fisherman's pocket, in a broken plug socket. They are, of course, top 10 homes for inch-high people.
Didn't see that coming.
Okay, I think this one could be easy. Right.
Yeah, compared to.
This is easy. Tim,
All right.
Tim got half a point for the first one. I think you all stand a chance with this. Number 1, square hats,
Right.
Okay.
board standers, markmen, long holes, chalky talkers, apple getters, old schoolies, snarling caners, name tickers, and line givers. Sanja?
Lion or line?
Line.
Line.
This is an easy one, personally. You kick yourselves.
Was the apple thing quite significant?
It might be. They're all significant.
But how significant?
Well, where are you going with that line of
I
thought?
don't know. I'm trying to use my deductive reasoning powers to.
Is it sports for pigs?
No. That's a good guess. I
Square
like
hats.
it. Square hats was one of them.
Is it maybe is actually a video game related thing?
Yeah.
I'm
What
sorry.
Digitiser. No, nothing. Well, you helped me write it.
Why no? I'm like literally 30 something.
Yeah. He thankfully has moved on with his life. That's why you remember all this. Yeah, fair.
Just the little one slipped out.
Always a
Thank you.
critic.
You looked like you
Is
had
it
something.
some sort of jobs
Oh,
for... no, a job. Help anyone?
Policeman.
Oompa Loompa sex acts.
It's the square postman.
Work that.
Do you not? No, shall I just tell you?
Yeah, because
Slang names for teachers.
Oh.
Wear hats. Board stand. Markmen. Long holes.
Line givers. Line givers, yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
see?
sense.
Actually, that's quite,
almost sensible.
yeah.
What was the
Almost.
apple one? Apple
Apple takers.
apple takers.
I think.
No, that
Getters.
yeah.
Apple getters. Apple getters.
See?
Oh.
All right. 2 more.
Really, Christ.
I might
I
cut
want to
that
see
one
if
out.
Chris Bell gets one.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Did you?
All right.
Right, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll ask you lot, and then we'll ask.
This
Yeah.
should be like
we'll
the
ask
chase.
Chris Bell.
This should be like the chase.
Chris.
Yeah.
It should be like the chase where we're up against him.
Yes.
See if he gets it.
everything.
Yeah, come
See if
on.
he knows.
This is the challenge.
Okay. Number 1, Mr Big Teeth.
Yes.
2, Draculike. 3, Drac are us. 4, Toysaurus. 5, Bongo the Clown. 6. Ming Ming. I don't know. Actually, this is okay.
Things have changed in 30 years.
Confidence in it. No, it's all right. They're panda names. 7. Chai Chi. 8. Dr. Awful. 9. Power Mouth. 10. Robot Smith of the Cure.
Is it panda names?
No.
Is it something to do with vampires?
Yes.
Is another names for Dracula?
Yes! Tim got
The
it.
first 2 were basically Dracula.
Yeah.
They are, of course, slang terms for Dracula. Right.
Were they all contestants in Mr Dracula 1978?
Yes. Okay, this is your last one.
Keep 'em peeled,
I'm trying
Chris
to
Bell.
find a good one. But they're all good ones, frankly. I did say.
It's hard to distance yourself from
I
your own
saved
work,
about
isn't it?
19 of them.
Particularly when it's of such a consistently high
Yeah,
quality.
it's very consistently high quality.
Here we go. Right. Produce hay from no hay places. Chris has gone. Protect geese from injury. Lay eggs. Turn water into rashers of bacon. Round up some dogs, cowboy style. Catch more mice than ever before. Dance on a cow's shoulders. Combine harvesters. Do that thing with milk churns or get out of the pond.
Are these all things Jesus would do if he owned a farm? No.
Close with farm.
Yeah, get out of the pond.
Farm is a good clue.
Is it more than one farmyard animal included in this? Is it a more generic thing for the beasts of the field?
No.
Beasts of the field.
Is it beast?
I love that.
It is farm related.
Oh.
Farm related.
Not kind of animal, not kind of farm animal.
No, not animal or farm animal related.
Oh, they members of the farmer's family.
No.
Is it repulsive crimes of farm?
No.
Is it farm sex acts?
No. Okay, you've all guessed enough.
Why is it farm sex act, Paul?
Why?
Let me
out
break
of
it
the
down.
Is it things you do on a farm at the weekend?
No. Chris, do you know?
Things that impress farmers.
Things that impress farmers. All right, let's do one more for Chris.
You didn't put murder on that list. Seriously though, can you stop with the fart sound effects? Because I need to drop some things off, and psychologically it's playing with my head. Oh mate,
Right.
yeah, it's like my brain keeps thinking I need to go now. And,
Go
and I'd rather be doing a poo than this segment.
Is that what
I'll be honest with
Is that
you.
what that song was about?
What?
Go now. Yeah, well, who wrote that?
Oh, I don't know. Bit embarrassing that. You should move on and do your quiz.
Go now.
Oh, some 60s band. then.
Sub 60s band. Tim said.
Some 60s band with the song Go Now.
This one's purely for Chris.
Okay.
Larynx the Lad playset. Incredible Crash Test Honey. Action Poet Laureate. Mr. OP Doctors game. Abba and Son Jigwig. Time for Music. Etcher-Flesh. X-Ray Box Ray. Ron Sweet's Laser Legs. And Stretch Arms Off.
Best Christmas presents.
No, top 10 new toys. Oh. That's it.
That was a good game, wasn't it?
That was a good game, wasn't it, everyone?
That was a great where we got to randomly say things we couldn't possibly fathom while you just said random things from a list from 30 years ago.
And
Tim.
farted.
And
Tim
Tim could have
seriously,
fathomed
don't.
if he
It's
had a
played with
memory.
my
If I
head.
had a exactly. If I had a memory, I could have fathomed. I fathomed 2 half answers.
You did.
That's,
So Tim
yeah,
wins.
you did
That's
better
basically
than
Tim
me.
wins. That's what you want.
shallow
Yeah, you did.
That's
fathom.
good. Well done.
On the one hand, Tim should win, but on the other hand, Sanja and Paul,
I don't want to win.
you're
Are
both.
not cursed by pre-senile
Yeah.
dementia.
Exactly.
It's like what you could have done is actually put a bit more research in and looked at the things we'd done together on the show or that you'd done with your
No, I
wife
came
on the
up with-
channel.
I came up
and
with
then
it
come up
last
with a list
night.
with things
He
like
decided
that.
to go with the best stuff that he did very early on, like many artists.
Yes.
The best
That's
stuff
true.
produced with another person of similar creative.
It's like when you look at
beginning of his
So
career.
true.
it's like you're Lennon and McCartney in many respects, and now it's like he's just
Yeah.
doing, you know,
He's
what,
doing- he's
his
doing-
18th solo album that doesn't get much of a response on the charts.
Lennon and Right Said Fred.
What, the Russian leader and Right Said Fred? I would like to see
Lennon
that.
and Fairbrass. That's what.
It's got a ring to it. Lennon and Fairbrass. It does.
Yeah, a brass ring. Right, on that note, that's the end of Mr. and Mrs. Bye.
Bye.
Right then.